Hey ladies, my name is Mark and I'm women's coach. I teach women how to improve their dating game, marriage, and how to deal with men in a smart and healthy way. I'm doing this for you so you ladies can build a long-lasting relationship in which you will feel like a true woman and receive the treatment you always wanted. And by that, I mean gifts, attention, protection, love, sex, and so forth. So get yourself comfortable and let's begin. The topic of today's short talk is how to get any man you want. But first, ladies, I want to start with some unpleasant news. To be more precise, from statistics that were made by Morgan Stanley, an American multinational investment bank. According to a projection by Morgan Stanley, it is estimated that by 2030, 45% of women in their prime working years, aged from 25 to 44, will likely to be single and without children. Under these shocking numbers, they bring up several reasons why this will happen. It is mentioned that women now have many other options. They can focus on a career, go traveling, get second degree, or replace a relationship by having an extended social circles. And I agree, it's really amazing that women will have all these options. But returning home to an empty space, sitting alone in front of TV with a bottle of wine, of course, if it wasn't your initial plan in life, then that sounds very sad. Especially when you know that some of your female colleagues or your girlfriends at the same moment are receiving cuddles, kisses, putting their freezing feet under his t-shirt while watching the TV, receiving a massage, taking baths with their man, and having a really good time in the bedroom. Knowing that will simply poison your life. So after all, this episode is for women who are finding it difficult to enter into the relationship they would like to have with the man they want. I demand you listen to what I'm saying, use this knowledge that I share, and do not get caught in that 45% of women who will stay single by 2030. If you are a woman who is not looking to get her needs met in a relationship with men, then this episode aren't for you. You're not going to find much of interest here and you might as well just click away. Now into the good news. This episode aren't about securing a relationship with just any guy. That's actually fairly easy. This episode is about securing a relationship with the high value man. The kind that sounds sweet to all women's ears out there. The man you dream about and want to have a relationship with. This is only the first strategy out of 3. For the other 2, I will cover them in separate episodes. Now, you need to know that what I will tell you will work on alpha males, millionaires, professional athletes, or anyone else you happen to be targeting. I analyze dozens of cases from my own coaching practice. I study celebrity couples and consult high-value men in the dating market, and they all consistently looking for the same qualities in their potential girlfriends. So listen carefully. Also, these suggestions are not moral exhortations. I'm not suggesting that women have a moral or ethical responsibility to act in a certain way in their relationship. What I'm saying is that if women act in certain ways in their relationship, they will significantly increase their chances of securing a commitment from any given man. A fact that is also proven in a practice and by statistic. This isn't about what women should do in a moral sense, it's about what works in a practical sense. So again, you have the power to captivate any man you desire. I'm dead serious. Any man. There's just one catch, and it boils down to you. You must have a direct access to him, the ability to reach out and meet in person. Simple as that. These techniques are tailored to work on any man within your reach, irrespective of whether you fit the conventional standards of attractiveness. Sure, being physically stunning can make things smoother, but you can't control that aspect. The reality is, many of these strikingly beautiful women pose challenges in relationships. While physical attractiveness is an advantage, it's not the entire narrative. Of course, you should do all that you can to present yourself as the most attractive version of yourself. Like, don't neglect this just because you can't be a supermodel. Okay, so you have that power to get any man. That's the good news. Now, another bad one. The unfortunate reality is, if you haven't succeeded in this, it's on you. You are the issue. I'm serious. Considering that most men are open to romantic propositions from most women, if you struggling to transition a man into a relationship, the blame rests on your shoulders. Same if man fails to attract female interest, it's on him. Don't you think it? It's his responsibility to evolve into an appealing prospect for a woman. It's not your fault if you don't find him attractive. We don't hold women responsible for rejecting unappealing men. Women aren't engaging in relationship out of pity, sympathy, or moral obligation, right? Attraction is his concern. But if you can't secure a commitment from a man, that's on you. It's your fault. You bear the responsibility to take the necessary steps to make a man commit to you. The dynamic is such because women control access to sex, making it imperative for men to become desirable sexual partner. At the same time, men control whether there is a commitment, making it important for women to be someone they commit to. Just wanting a commitment or waiting around for it won't make it happen. That's why telling a man you want a serious relationship right away doesn't really work. Just sticking around isn't enough either. Sure, there might be men in your life who desire you for years, but their desire or its duration wasn't adequate for you to give them what they want. Or it was. Merely investing time is an unreliable strategy. The another major obstacle that holding you back can be pride. In many cases, pride is what stands between you and the relationship you desire with the man you want. It's crucial to understand that pride can be a cold companion that doesn't offer warmth at night. Consider this. There's a time and place to prioritize your pride, and there is time and place to prioritize effectiveness or harmony in your relationships. Achieving loving and harmonious relationship becomes challenging when you consistently prioritize your pride over these interpersonal goals. It may require a choice, holding into your pride or holding into your relationship. Having both might not always be possible. Remember, I've told you that you can attract any man you want, but it comes with specific behavior and actions. Letting go of pride might be one of them. Alright, if you can secure a relationship with any man you have access to, what's the game plan? You got 3 actions, and I'll be breaking down them across 3 separate episodes. The first 2 involve proactive steps you must take, while the third is about refraining from a specific action. In this episode, we'll delve into the details of the initial step. Are you ready? The absolute key, the one thing you must be, is useful. To secure a commitment from a man, you as a woman have to be useful for him, and period. I know this is a paradigm shift for how many women approach dating and relationship, where the focus tends to be on them in relation to the desired man. You are not the prize. You're only valuable in relation to the man who is usually few steps lower on the food chain. Those men will see you as a prize. And truth be told, women don't want those guys. Yes, you can have a relationship with them, you can even marry to them, but after a certain time, your dissatisfaction with such men grow and you start unconsciously sabotaging such a relationship that end up in divorce and deep psychological trauma for both of you. In opposite, when you targeting high-value men, you can't expect to be adored just for being you. If you assume a guy will go out of his way to pick you up, buy you dinner, and revolve around your schedule and desire, think again. Busy, successful men with abundant options don't have time for such nonsense. They're on a mission. Their mission often linked to a self-transcendent goal. However, they're a powerful strategy. You can get what you want by helping the man achieve his mission by being useful. It's about asking not what your man can do for you, but what you can do for your man. This is crucial because if you can be genuinely useful to a man, you can gradually integrate yourself into his life. You become so involved in the daily workings of his existence that removing you becomes functionally impossible. A man will never let go of a useful woman. Now, complete commitment from man is another step requiring different elements, and we'll delve in them in the future episodes. However, without a doubt, your usefulness becomes your safety net. If your absence would significantly disrupt his life, you've essentially earned a job security. If the only thing you take when you leave a relationship is your self-care products in his bathroom, then you haven't truly been beneficial to that man. And how do you make a meaningful contribution to a man's life? It's about making his life better, adding value, and simplifying his work. Most women do neither of these things. You all can be a real headache to deal with. Imagine high-value man that juggling all kinds of things like business, meetings, fitness, lifestyle, and on top of that he must find the time to please you, give your attention, listen to your problems, guess your today's mood. It's almost like having a second job. Relationships with this dynamic not only tend to be a short life, but are also marked by conflict and struggles until they inevitably fall apart. However, if you approach a relationship with a different mindset, understanding that you earned the privilege of being with the man you desire by providing value, things will go much smoother. Think of it as of a business. Simply asking for a job or commitment doesn't cut it. You earn opportunities through competence, effort, and savvy. And the same principles applies here. How you can be genuinely helpful depends on a specific man. I'm not talking about superficial gestures like buying flowers or sending texts. Those are nice, but won't significantly ease a man's life. To be truly helpful, delve into his life, be curious, ask questions, and listen. The number one thing I hear from women that they want in a man is ambitions. Such men have a lot of things going on. Ambitions man between his career and his mission and his lifestyle, his hands are full. It takes time and effort and energy to execute those things. You're not just here to benefit from all of his hard work. That's narcissistic and entitled. Remember, the only women who get this type of treatment are trophy wives. You need to develop a genuine interest in the man's life. Uncover his passions and the methods he employs to pursue them. Do your research. Find out what would help him along his way. What would make his life easier? What could you possibly take off his plate? Then start offering assistance based on the information you gathered from your research. Why? Because if you help a man achieve his goals, you are going to be standing next to him when he gets there. That is what the smart woman understands. Again, think of it as a business. Business owner will never fire a CEO that is helpful, that helps his business grow. Instead, he would try to hold him with offering shares of the company and increasing his income. Your ticket to being next to a successful guy is getting involved in his success, not just enjoying the benefit of his success. Provide instrumental support. This could look like making meals, doing housework, managing logistics, researching options, running errands, managing aspects of the business, taking care of things proactively before they become problems. And the good thing is that it would be relatively easy to slide into that role because there is not a lot of competition. There are tons of women who are competing for money, attention, time, but there is none competing for help the man. That's what all these big business owners looking when they choose a girlfriend. They're not looking only for beauty. They have tons of that options, but they have zero, pay attention, zero help and support from female side. And this is your opportunity. It's a way to bypass 99 of your competition in a sexual marketplace. I'm not kidding, ladies. This is how you get in. And just think of it. The value you provide is still less than the value you will receive. Helping the guy out grants you access to increasingly more intimate aspect of his life. And it can be very valuable to be in some people's inner circles. But you have to earn your place in man's life, much like men have to earn their sexual opportunities. I mean, you are not just giving out sex to anybody who wants it or come to you and bought you a drink, right? The guy has got to do things for you and do things to you. The same is true for you. And to be honest, if you still think that it's all nonsense and you will lock a high-value man with only sex and use, bad news. In this market, sex is much cheaper than commitment. You gain access to that commitment by being useful and providing value, period. But what can stop you from doing that? Ladies, is your biggest enemy. pride. Pride can be a stumbling block. That opinion that it's beneath you to do something, that egocentric idea, what about me? Those friends suggesting like, girl, you should have your dignity, while her own marriage sucks or her boyfriend is consistently getting high and playing video games. After all, that man is not going to enter into your frame. You are going to enter into his, and he's going to take care of you. And your ticket into that frame is by offering to make its operation smoother and easier. That responsibility is a privilege because it's an invitation into that man's inner sanctum. And the more you become implicated in the actual mechanics of his life, the harder it will be to ever remove you from that situation. Again, ladies, you don't have to do these things, but trust me, these things work. These things supported by research, experience, and direct request from high-value men. Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you reached this far, consider liking and subscribing. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.